starting off with water, you need to realize that there's going to be no clean source of drinking water. Even clear water that you could find out in a stream or a lake is probably going to be filled with all sorts of nasty bugs and potentially nasty chemicals. Okay, so you're going to need about 1 gallon of water per day, probably more. Okay, when you consider bathing and cleaning and all sorts of stuff like that, right? You're going to use a little bit more water than you would think, right? Your only option at this point would be to filter your water using some sort of charcoal, sand, rock filter, or maybe even pre-filtering it with rags. Then what you would need to do is boil the water for a fair amount of time to make sure all the little bugs are all dead, okay? Now, to boil this water, you're not going to have any jet boils or any propane canisters to use. So how are you going to purify this large amount of water when you don't have anything like a propane stove or a jet boiler? Well, you're going to have to use some sort of fire to boil this bad boy up. Now, I would say the most convenient way for you to boil this large amount of water would be to use some sort of twig stove. Now, I have a twig stove and it actually works surprisingly well. But if you find yourself in a zombie survival-like situation and you can't go to Amazon to order a twig stove, you can actually make one yourself. You can cut a hole in the center of it and then a hole on the top of the tin can, and you can feed sticks in. I'll throw a picture up. I'm sure it'll make more sense. But the stove that I have is small and it actually works really, really well. I like this stove because you have an infinite amount of fuel you can use. If you have sticks, you can make fire. So it's a match made in heaven.